An updated story that certainly came out of nowhere and was pretty scary, I think, for a little bit. TJ Watt ended up at a hospital, then TJ Watt ended up getting surgery. TJ Watt ended up having a little bit of, medical scare that his whole family. Burt Lawton said that TJ Watt was currently in hospital. JJ Watt gave a full update on everything. Yesterday, TJ had successful surgery to stabilize and repair a partially collapsed lung, suffered Wednesday after a dry needling treatment session at the facility. Recovery timeline is still TBD, but all went well and he's being released from the hospital today. He and his family are very appreciative of everyone's kind words and well wishes. Obviously, JJ, a part of the family, but he's talking about his immediate family. It's like, this was scary and came out of nowhere. I think dry needling session at the facility. TJ's just trying to prepare for this continued playoff run that they have. Massive game. And all of a sudden, he's ended up at the hospital, getting an emergency surgery. We called JJ yesterday. I called JJ off air. I'm like, hey, what the hell is going on? And I think JJ was a little bit like, yeah, like this comes out of nowhere. This is a very serious thing. So we're happy to hear he's okay. But Monday night, I don't think anybody at this point is expecting TJ to play. But man, this is just like the reality of perspective that everything can change just like this. You have no idea what's going to happen in this life, Age.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what, like when I heard that he was in the hospital, yeah, obviously very worried and think I'm honestly somewhat relieved that it was something that happened to him instead of like, something popped up or they found something. Like he's going to play again. We don't know when that may be, but I'm sure it's been a very scary, 24, 48 hours for these guys.
Yeah, and then there's obviously, I don't want to just immediately go to what football is, but football-wise, there's a lot of stats with TJ playing for the Steelers and TJ not playing for the Steelers. And the Steelers need every single game down the stretch, and this just popping up on a Wednesday. Obviously terrible for TJ. And for the Watts as a whole, but for the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is not good news either. Here's a Hembo stat, 1-11 win-loss, including playoffs. Whenever TJ is not playing, they allow 27 points per game and 380 yards per game, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions with a 70.8 QBR whenever TJ Watt's not on the field. Things didn't look great for the Pittsburgh Steelers to potentially win in Lombardi. Without TJ Watt, we can't even get into that conversation, AP Tone.
No, we can't. Obviously, very, very happy he's okay, and who cares about him playing on the field right now. But the 1-11, when you lose or when you're not playing with one of the best defensive players in football, especially him and the way that the defense is created around him, they are not good without him. And it's a huge game for the Dolphins coming in Monday night and to try to keep that lead in the AFC North. So, yes, it's going to be very, very hard without him. Have no idea how long it's going to take for him to get back or even if he will be back this season. But just glad he's all right.
Out of nowhere, Age. Out of nowhere. Dry needling means he was trying to get, treatment. That's what he was choosing to go focus on ball, focus on his career, focus on getting better. I've done this hundreds of times, thousands of times maybe. This just kind of standard operating procedure, and then boom, something I don't know. I don't want to.
What is it? Have you guys ever done it?
Acupuncture.
AJ, have you done it? I don't think I know what it is either.
I've had it. I don't love it. It's like it's like acupuncture needles, but they kind of jab them a little bit and go a little bit deeper. I don't know how far you have to go to actually hit a lung, though. That feels like that's pretty deep.
Yeah, because I think the immediate reaction is something with a lung. It must have been the Tyrod Taylor golf tee incident where maybe he was getting a shot that was able to get there. Dry needling to get to a lung, I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm happy he's okay. That has to be a very scary situation. Out of nowhere. I'm going to go get better today. Well, I guess he's super more jacked. I'm going to go get better today. I'm going to go do what I've been doing since the beginning of my career, football career. Go in there, walk in. Hey, how's everybody doing? Got a playoff push coming. It's going to do the dry needling. It's going to hurt. You need to go to the hospital. Yeah, I do. You have emergency surgery happening. It's quick how life can kind of just unravel like that. Happy as hell he's okay.
Yeah, anytime the terms emergency surgery and you need to be rushed to the hospital, I think it's just human nature to always assume the worst anyway. So I can only imagine not only his family, but Steelers fans yesterday, you see this, it's this could be anything. Is this guy ever going to play for the Steelers again? And luckily it wasn't that serious. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. How many times does he probably do this during the year? How many? I
don't know, Age. That's a good question. Dry needling dudes are normally once a week, right? Or twice a week.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see anyone getting it more than once or twice a week. But yeah, I'm sure it's definitely a weekly thing for a lot of people.
But I don't want to say dry needling dudes, but whenever I say that, I mean, like, there's dudes that do certain things. Like, if he is a dry needling dude, which I would assume he is a dry needling dude, that's a part of the weekly recovery process. There's people that do the, what you guys just mentioned.
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture. There's people.
Cupping,
TB12,
big now.
pliability, all that.
All this stuff. There's people that have their own way. If you're a dry needling dude, I think you're probably doing that every single week. So that's just standard operating procedure for TJ. Once again, we don't know unless he added this to his kind of routine this week, which is certainly possible. I'm not saying it isn't, but it feels like this is probably just a part of his standard process, getting ready for a game, and then it coming out of nowhere scary.
Yeah, so scary. And to Ty's point, like, that was what we were kind of speculating just after. You know, as a Patriots fan, there's been multiple players over the last 2-3 years who've had blood clots, and they come out of nowhere, and then those guys are out for an entire year. So, like, of course, we're talking about Monday and everything, and even the week after and how important it is. But, like, my initial thought was hopefully he's not out next year. You know, like, this is one of those things, to your point, like, it does give you a little bit perspective in how quickly everything does just change.